Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Music Makers Virtual Open Mic. We have got an awesome crew with us tonight. We are thrilled to have some super fine players. My name's Andy Phillips. I'm the host of the Music Makers Open Mic, and we are going to have, for your listening pleasure tonight, we are going to be having, and I'm going to ask everybody to go around the horn, and as I introduce you and say your name, if you could unmute yourself and just give a wave and say hello. But because you're seeing something that's different than what I may be seeing, we'll do it this way. So, in order of the playlist tonight, we are going to be having, kicking us off, Buddy Coughlin, Sir Buddy from Pleasantville.
Hi there. Hello from Pleasantville. Buddy here.
Glad to have you back, buddy.
See you.
Thank you, Andy.
And next up, we're going to have Thom Heany.
Hello, everybody. It's good to see everybody again.
Hello, Thom.
And Thom, you have a guest with you,
I
yes?
have a guest artist. This is Andria Cassidy.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, everybody.
Nice to have you joining us with Thom tonight. After Thom, we're going to have David Ray.
Howdy, folks. From the Dublin Library.
From the Dublin Library, yes. An auspicious location. And all the way from Massachusetts, we've got Peter Nelson. We're not getting your audio. Nope. No audio. I don't know what happened. Nope.
Did you disconnect something?
I don't know. We can see you, but we cannot hear you. Are you hearing us? Okay, I'm gonna keep going then in the interest of time. Robin Westle.
Hi, everybody. I'm in Cortland Manor, New York, and I'm a music makers open mic virgin tonight.
Nice,
So.
and we're so glad that you are here.
Well,
Thank
be
you.
gentle.
Oh, good. Excellent. Yeah, please.
And all the way from the pirate camp, Captain Stu.
Yes, from Pirate Camp Central here in not so sunny Parksville, New York.
Lovely. And the black flag there, the jack that you've got, you're kind of notorious for your pirates camp at the Falcon Ridge, aren't you?
Yeah, and in fact, that flag that you see there very often adorns our pavilion at Pirate Camp at Falcon Ridge.
I thought I recognized it. Okay, and after Stu, we're going to have Tom Joyce.
Hey everybody, I'm Thom Joyce. I call myself the Acoustic Vagabond, and I too am a virgin to the Music Makers Virtual Open Mic. I do host open mics here in Beacon. That's how I met Andy, and this is going to be fun.
Glad to have you here, Tom. And then we got Billy Buttner.
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
From
How are you,
Marlborough,
Bill?
New York.
Where are you at again?
Marlborough.
Marlboro, that's right.
Yeah, about 15 minutes north of Newburgh.
Wow. Well, it's nice that you can make it all the way down.
Yeah. and I'm broadcasting from my daughter's bedroom, so I'm wondering what's behind me. If there's any, if you see any girly frilly stuff, it's not mine.
That's okay. We don't judge. And after Bill, we're going to have Joe Dominici. Where's Joe? There he is.
Greetings, everyone, from Bronxville, Westchester. This is also my first time in the Music Makers Open Mic. Thanks for putting this on and being part of it. Appreciate it.
Glad to have you here, Joe. And after Joe, we've got Mike Burns.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here. Andy, thanks so much for doing this. I live in Purdy's, New York, and I run a little thing called the Westchester Bluegrass Club. And my niece owns horse feathers down in Terrytown.
Nice.
Get out there and buy a burger.
There you go. It's a fine establishment.
Yep.
And Laura Copel is going to be our closer tonight for us.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Copel, as you said. I live in Yorktown Heights, New York. Nice
Glad to
see
have you
everybody.
back.
Nice to see you again.
And Peter, do we have your audio?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
I plugged in speakers, but they didn't have a microphone out, so I could hear you. Yeah, I unplugged that. We're good.
All right, we're good. We're good to go. All righty. So, without further ado, we are going to go to Sir Buddy Coughlin.
Okay.
And there you are. Take it away, buddy.
I will take it away. Just to let you know, I'm going to do a couple of songs. I'm kind of in a D mood tonight. So if you want to sing along, they're in D.
All right.
But after I do my two, I'm going to turn off my video and I'm going to bring the audio with me and go eat. So I will be with you.
Excellent.
We are weak, we are broken, we all stumble in the dark. We get hurt, we get angry, it's a breakdown in the heart. We are weak, we are broken, we all stumble in the dark. We get hurt, we get angry, it's a breakdown in the heart. Help me, Jesus, help me, Lord, help me find my way. Help me keep myself together just another day. I'm just a man, damaged lion, flattered by the fall. And if I didn't feel so bad, I'd feel no pain at all. Jealousy, hypocrisy, endlessly attracting me, falsified, getting by, wishing for the key. Just take a number and get in line and give it your best shot. But don't you try to cut me down, don't try to take my spot. We are weak, we are broken, we all stumble in the dark. We get hurt, we get angry, it's a breakdown in the heart. Well, help me, Jesus, help me, Lord. Help me find my way. Help me to keep myself together just till the day. 'Cause we are broken, we all stumble in the dark. We get hurt, we get angry. It's a breakdown in the heart. We get hurt, we get angry. It's a breakdown in the heart. It's a breakdown in the heart. That's the one with the big ending.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you, David. Okay, and now I'll do this one, which, you know what? It's not in the key of D. So you won't be able to sing along after all. Said that you would keep my heart. I never thought that you could steal my soul. Every part of me belongs to you. You left me nothing in return. The sun is in the sky, the rain is in my eyes. Sadness is advancing, but a strong man doesn't cry. The reasons that that I left you lost their meaning so long ago. Sometimes you need a person by the book. Sometimes you don't know when you're wrong. I lost my senses when I walked away. I guess you knew that all along. The time we've been apart hit me like a dart. Another day of loneliness is pounding on my heart. The reason that you left you lost their meaning so long ago. So long ago. How would I know? I wish I didn't leave you alone. I'll take you back again. I never thought that you would steal my heart. I never knew that I could lose control. Every part of me is gone to you. Left me nothing of yourself. The sun is in the sky, rain is in my eyes. The sadness overcomes me, but a strong man never cries. The reasons that I left you lost their meaning so long ago. So long ago.
Very nice.
Thank you, Andy.
Are those new? I've never heard that last one before.
Oh, as a matter of fact, you did.
Did I?
I think you did. You were there the night that friend of yours that plays the violin came down? No, I was covering for you that week, that month.
Yeah, no, I know. I've not heard
Yeah,
that. I
thank
like
you.
that second one. I like both of them, but I like
Thank
that
you.
second one.
Well, you didn't like the first one?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, well, thanks for having us here, Andy.
All right.
I'm going to mute my video and my audio, but I'm going to be listening while I have my dinner.
All righty.
Will we hear
Thanks
you
for
next?
being with us.
See you later.
All righty. And next up, we are going to have Thom Heany.
Here we are.
Where's Tom? We got to
Can you hear me
unmute.
now? Okay,
We can hear you
so,
now.
Hello, everybody. Going to do a couple songs from the Wonders of Westchester project tonight, and each of these songs has a little bit of a narration that goes with it. Often in the past, Julie Carbalis, who many of us know, has been the narrator, but playing the role of Julie Carbalis tonight is Andria Cassidy.
Nice.
Okay, the Bedford Oak, Father's Day. The Bedford Oak is a 500-year-old white oak tree on Route 22 in Bedford. It's in a field with stone walls around it, right where Hook Road comes into Route 22. 500 years ago would be 1521. In 1521, Nostradamus was a teenager. Shakespeare wasn't born yet. Henry Hudson wasn't born yet. Modern English wasn't born yet. And this tree was growing. I visited it in the spring, and it made me think of the tall grass prairie. 500 years ago, the American Midwest, from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains, was mostly prairie. In the east, it was tall grass prairie. Grasses like blue stem and switchgrass, 5 or 6 feet tall, up to 10 feet sometimes, for miles and miles. And now it's gone. There are a few fenced-in patches for tourists and researchers, but it's gone. 500 years ago, 240 million acres of prairie. Around here, maybe 300,000 acres of forest with who knows how many 500-year-old oak trees. And in all of North America, from here out to California, maybe 18 million people. The people who lived in the Hudson Valley and south to the Delaware Water Gap were Lenape. There are traces of them around Croton that go back 7,000 years. They hunted here and fished and farmed and told stories and buried their dead. It's hard to know how many lived in what is now Westchester. 2,000, 10,000. These days, 900,000 people live in Westchester, and one 500-year-old oak tree that has seen a lot, but doesn't say anything.
There's an oak tree, 500 years standing its ground, and it's Father's Day. 4 in the morning, cold wet mist all around, and my father steps up out of the mist, calls my name and shakes my hand. He's been dead for 30 years, but still here we stand. Well, I've got questions, things I'm hungry to know, and so I ask him, how did you know that? What were you thinking? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you show me? Where did you always go? And how do I get her to smile and look at me that way? How do I change her mind and get her to stay? He said, stop talking, lay aside your fears. Look at this oak tree, it knows what it is, it does what it does, it stands its ground, and has been here 500 years. And in a heartbeat, 20 more men appear beside the tree. My father's father, his father too. 500 years of sons and fathers, all the men who led to me. And now my father takes his place among the men, and they surround me, and he calls my name again. He says, take a look around, all these men are you. You have been here 500 years. If you know who you are and you stand your ground, that's all you can really do. And that's my answer here on Father's Day. That's all I'll tell you. Somebody else might tell you something else, but that's all I've got to say. And the cold mist fades away and takes those ancient men, and the sun comes out and life starts up again on Father's Day.
Very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Okay.
Good teamwork.
This is Babe Ruth's grave. the Bambino. One of our wonders sits on a grassy hillside in a quiet cemetery that stretches between the Taconic and the Sprain Brook. It's a graceful white marble headstone with 3 panels. The left panel is engraved with a quote from Cardinal Spellman, who was the Archbishop of New York for almost 30 years. There's a religious scene carved into the center panel. On the right panel are the names Claire Ruth and George Herman Ruth. This is Babe Ruth's grave. More than 70 years after his death, the ground in front of the headstone is always covered with baseballs. Every day of the year, 85 years after he played his last game. There are a lot of famous people buried in Westchester and a lot of impressive headstones, but there aren't many that have been collecting souvenirs every day for 70 years. Those are some loyal fans.
My father grew up on Naples Terrace, Kingsbridge, down in the Bronx. Born in the kitchen one Saturday night and wrapped in a pinstripe diaper. He worked as a newsboy the year that Babe Ruth hit 60 over the fence. Got tonsillitis the year after that and fell for Candy Striper. And whenever he had 2 nickels at once, he'd knock on her window and say, "The sky is blue, I'm nuts over you, and the Yankees are playing today. So let's go see the Bambino, the best that ever could be. It could be that he is better than anyone ever could be, could be." Together they'd see every game they could see. They wept when the slugger retired. 13 years later they stayed home from work the day the Bambino died. The very next year on opening day they went to his grave in the country, brought him a couple of good cigars and stood in the rain and cried. But as years went by and life became good, they turned to their children and say, "George, Herman, and Ruth, we're nuts over you, and it's such a beautiful day. So let's go see the Bambino, the best that ever could be. It could be that he was better than anyone ever could be, could be." They would pack up a basket with sandwiches and a transistor radio, and off to the cemetery the family all would go. They would sit in the grass by the tombstone and spend the afternoon and listen to Mel Allen or Red Barber or Phil Rizzuto to tell them how well the Yanks were doing. After 61 years beside the Bambino, their season came to an end. Turned off the radio one last time and put the basket away. We found them a plot at Gate of Heaven, down the hill from the Ruths. They're resting their eyes for a little while and waiting for opening day. But all of us think they still visit him when it gets to be that time of year. Mom and Dad bring the radio, and Babe Ruth provides the beer, 'cause they love to see the Bambino, the best that ever could be. And it could be that he and she are better than anyone ever could be, better than anyone ever could be.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I love your songwriting, and it's so nice to have that narrative in front of it, because there's so much in your songs. To have the backstory is really nice setup.
Thank you.
Yeah, you better give her a cut on the royalties there, Thom.
She gets half of it.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And next up, we're going to have David Ray. And where is David?
Same place I always am.
David. Okay. I don't see you. Where are you, buddy? Oh, here you are.
Haven't moved a muscle.
Haven't moved a muscle.
Or
Hang on just a second. There you are. Take it away, David Ray.
Okay, I guess this is the last time I'll play this one for another 11 months, but since we're sort of at the end of the holiday season or slightly past, but I only get to sing it like 1 month a year, so I'm going to go for it anyway. The house is kind of dirty, nothing round here is too clean. Let's take everything we got and throw it in the washing machine. I'll do the floor, you do the dishes. You can tell me all your holiday wishes. But all I want is a messy little Christmas with you. Now the stool's knocked over, the coffee table slightly askew. You're wearing nothing but a sheet, baby, looks high fashion on you. Now you should see the look on your face. Can't let this eggnog all go to waste. But all I want is a messy little Christmas with you. Don't need a whole lot of presents, but the present is just fine with me. No need for antidepressants. We'll hit the tub, just you and Rubber Ducky and me. Now the cat's in the kitchen, yowling 'cause the milk is all gone. The dog's by the door, waiting desperately to water the lawn. Now we've already been such good little elves. Now we finally got the place to ourselves, it's true. But all I want is a messy little Christmas with you. I understand if you're religious, but the temptation's getting to me. I could play the naughty Saint Nick, and you could be my Christmas Eve. Bring lots of apples, now the kids off to grandma's, so it's our opportunity to do some more unwrapping underneath the Christmas tree. And so before those reindeer start to tapping, let's give Santa a surprise that won't do. 'Cause all I want is a messy little Christmas. I confess I could kiss you more than this much. All I want is a messy little Christmas with you. I want to see you glowing under the tree.
Excellent.
Yeah, great song, David.
Santa Claus likes that.
Gosh, I hope so.
So do his elves.
Okay, so that one goes back in the closet until late November. So I'll Miss You song. Let's see. I haven't sung this in a while. on the island of Isla Mujeres, where the water's as blue as the sky. I had started to drown in the middle of town from all of the rum that I tried. She held out her hand and said, steady. And just there we stood, eye to eye. From the curve of her hips to the red on her lips, mariachis and sailors all cry. Sandrine, Sandrine, Sandrine. She cursed you just like a Marine. And she's a left-handed Swiss nurse, smokes like a fiend. Sandrine, 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 Sandrine. She's one of the forces in nature. It's best not to stand in her way. And she can help you to mend, and she'll be true to the end. But touch one of her smokes and you'll pay. She drinks with the Mexican Navy. If someone puts a hand on her thigh, and first she gives him a look, then she throws a left hook. She punches him right in the eye. Sandrine, Sandrine, Sandrine. She cursed you just like a Marine. And she's a left-handed Swiss nurse, smokes like a fiend. Sandrine, 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 Sandrine. Oh, how she shines like a lighthouse at sea. Oh, now she runs to my dreams again. Whenever I fall into trouble, whenever I'm called to the sea, well, I think of that place in my angel grace. That's how I remember Sandrine. One night in a bar in New Orleans, I was weary and my throat was dry, when a voice soaked with gin says, where the hell have you been? You left without saying goodbye. Sandrine, Sandrine, Sandrine. She cursed you just like a Marine. And she's a left-handed Swiss nurse, smokes like a fiend. Sandrine, 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 Sandrine. Sandrine, Sandrine, Sandrine.
Love that song.
Wonderful. Always enjoy your songwriting, and you know I'm in love with your guitar. That is,
you can ask it out for a date if you want.
oh, if she'd only go. Well, nice to have you here, David.
Thank you, sir.
And next up, we have Peter Nelson, who is brand new to us. And Peter, you are on screen, and we are very glad to have you.
I knew David Ray from some of those song circles up in North Salem and Sherman. And I missed your Christmas party, David, or your New Year, whatever that was.
I missed it too.
I know, man. Next year, I'm going to do a couple of new ones written during quarantine. This one was kind of inspired, like probably everybody here. We all used to go through our parents' record collections, and my parents had a box full of 45s. And with the hole in the middle, remember, you had to put that coin in so you could make it play. And it was all big band stuff. And my favorite among those was Cab Calloway. And of course, you know what song I'm talking about was his song Minnie the Moocher, which I loved to sing as a little kid. And then on the back side of that, I think it was on the flip side, was a song called Hard-Hearted Hannah, the Vamp of Savannah. And these were my favorite songs. So I guess I was attracted to dangerous women at the age of 4. And I'd like to say I don't know where that comes from, but the fact is I know exactly where that comes from. So this is one of those songs. It's called Invitation to a Heartache. Hannah's in Savannah in the slammer. Minnie's hoochie cooching in the pen. I met her in the bar, just about the witching hour. I took one look and thought, here I go again. Never give your car keys to a redhead. She'll just leave you standing on the curb. Never give your heart to someone who is heartless. Never fall in love with girls like her. She's an open invitation to a heartache, an appointment to a prelude to a kiss, a distant destination to disaster. But she's the kind of trouble I cannot resist. They say you live and learn, and if you're lucky, you're wiser when you learn from your mistakes. She looked me in the eye, I told my heart goodbye, 'cause I'm a sucker and I cannot walk away. She's an open invitation to a heartache, an appointment to a prelude to a kiss, a distant destination to disaster. But she's the kind of trouble I cannot resist. They say you live and learn, and if you're lucky, you're wiser when you learn from your mistakes. She looked me in the eye, I told my heart goodbye, 'cause I'm a sucker and I cannot, I'm a sucker and I cannot, I'm a sucker and I cannot walk away.
Very nice.
I'm super excited, I can't wait. And then, so the next one has a throwback kind of theme, because like probably everybody here, I've been watching like a lot of television during the quarantine. And there's a movie they keep showing, and every time it's on, I tell myself I'm just going to watch 5 minutes, and then I watch the whole thing. And it's a movie, maybe you can guess what I'm talking about. It's a movie about people who are trapped in limbo, and they can't get out, and they're trying to make the best of it, but they're all surrounded by danger. So that's like a quarantine song. The movie is Casablanca, and that's the name of the song. I'm feeling more like Humphrey Bogart. All the time I just need a white tuxedo in a cafe to call mine. I'm no good at being noble, but I'm afraid that I'm feeling more like Humphrey Bogart all the time. I'm feeling more like Humphrey Bogart all the time. You're looking more like Ingrid Bergman every day. Kiss is just a kiss, or so they say. I thought you were the one, but you're the one who got away. And you're looking more like Ingrid Bergman every day. You're looking more like Ingrid Bergman every day. I know that true love doesn't always last. There's no future in living in the past. I know it's just a movie. Movies don't come true. We never quite had Paris, and I never quite had you. So I will drive you to the airport for your flight. That's the place where couples usually say goodbye. But you know where to find me if you ever want to try. I'm gonna be in Casablanca for a while. I'm gonna be in Casablanca for a while. I know that true love doesn't always last. There's no future in living in the past. I know it's just a movie. Movies don't come true. Never quite had Paris and I never quite had you. So I will drive you to the airport for your flight. That's the place where couples usually say goodbye. The problems of two people don't amount to much. Still I gonna be in Casablanca for a while. I'm gonna be in Casablanca for a while.
Very nice. Really, really good. Both songs. You're as good a songwriter as you are an author.
I must have seen Casablanca 30 times, more, and I can't turn it off once it's on. I'm like, all right.
There's a lot to that.
It's perfect.
So I want to allow you to do some shameless promotion because I gave you a little nod on the authorship, but you have some pretty exciting news. Peter is a very fine author, and he's written a book on World War I called A More Unbending Battle. And Ashton Sander has gotten the rights to do a movie about that. Would you tell us a little bit about that, would you please?
Well, he was in Moonlight. There were three actors who played the main character in Moonlight, and one was a young boy, and one was a teenager, and then there was a grown-up. So he was the teenager who played that character in Moonlight. And he read the book. He called me up, or his agent called me up, and then I talked to him on the phone. And he's going to try to make it into a movie. These guys were soldiers from New York and Harlem and all as far as Albany, and they were the New York National Guard, and they wanted to serve in World War I, and Pershing gave them to the French because the French were begging for help. And he wouldn't give them any white troops, but he gave them 4 regiments of black troops. And they joined the French Fourth Army, and they were in the trenches for 191 days, which is longer than anybody. So it's a really interesting story, and hopefully he'll make it into a big thing, and then I'll be able to buy a better car.
Well, I got to say, I knowing that you were going to come and play tonight, I read your book, and for those of you that want a good read and like history, it's a fascinating combination of something that we don't get to look at very often, and that is World War I, or the racism that existed then. And man, that when I got done reading that book, I was just stunned at the courage that those guys had.
Because everybody here is a musician, you should the regiment band was led by a guy named James Reese Europe. He's the one who brought jazz to France with the regiment band.
Yep.
And he's the reason that France was so welcoming to musicians like Willie the Lion Smith and Josephine Baker after the war, because these guys gave their lives for the French. And he died. He got killed when he got home. He got knifed at a show, but he would have been as big as Duke Ellington or Louis Armstrong. Anybody, he would have been that big.
Yep. Well, excellent book. Glad to have you with us, Peter. Thanks a bunch. And we are going to switch over to Robin Westle.
Hi.
There you are. You are on.
I'm here. So hi, everybody. Back in 1969, when I was 15, my sleepaway camp put us on a bus and took us to Woodstock. So a couple of years ago, I said, well, I need to do a show about this. I put a show together, and these are a couple of the numbers that are from the show and prove that what was relevant then is still relevant now, maybe even more so. And just a quick shout out to my virtual musical director. She couldn't be here with me. And my arranger, Tracy Stark. And I'm very happy to be here, even though I'm a virgin here. Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
I see that moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go out tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I fear rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Don't go out tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Hope you have got your things together. I hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Don't go out tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Don't go out tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. There's a bad moon on the rise. There's a bad moon rising.
Nice. If you can actually point your sound box at the
Sure.
a little more
Okay,
directly.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we go. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Someday, someday, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. Someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Deep in my heart, I do believe we are not afraid. They say everything can be replaced, yet every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection someplace so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, we shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. Someday, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall live in peace. Standing next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. And all day long I hear him shout so loud, crying out that he's been framed. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, I shall be released. I shall be released.
All right, Robin, well done.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Vintage Woodstock.
Nice to be here. Vintage Woodstock. Nice to be here.
All right, thanks so much, Robin. Welcome. And next up, we are going to have, straight from Pirate Camp, Stu Kabak.
Yay, Pirate Camp, and yay, Woodstock. I thought you looked familiar. I was there. Anyway, speaking of being there, I was in Walgreens looking at the card selection that they have, and everything they have now is pretty much Valentine's Day. And there's one card there in particular that reminded me of a little art project I caught my daughter doing, and was the inspiration for this song. It's called A Most Creative Valentine. Let's see if we can pull this off. Am I coming through okay?
Yes.
It was a most creative Valentine. She worked on it for hours, painted it with rainbows, unicorns and flowers, and somewhere on the inside was a heart to be accepted, like the one she wore upon her sleeve, so chaste and unprotected. Well, she slipped it in his locker, later saw it in his hand. Moments, hours, days went by. She could not understand why he never said one word to her. No thank you, no reply. She came to me for reasons. She had to find out why. And I said, no answer is an answer, though not the one you tried for. No answer is an answer, the one you lived and died for. And somewhere in recovery, you'll make the grand discovery. The situation was not worth all the tears you cried in the course of being human. At least you know you tried. I held her in the moment, recalling what I learned from the times I let my own heart out and nothing was returned. There were times when I was guilty, the victim in reverse. You can chalk it up to my ignorance, maybe something worse. No answer is an answer, though not the one you tried for. No answer is an answer, the one you lived and died for. And somewhere in recovery, you make the grand discovery. The situation was not worth all the tears you cried in the course of being human. At least you know you tried. It was a most creative Valentine.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Really well
I got to
done.
switch guitars here real quick.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, that was real pretty, Stu.
Thank you.
I got to say, I am thrilled at the group of musicians, singer songwriters we have tonight. Each different, each very talented, and this is what makes music so much fun, and doing this kind of keeping the open mic environment alive.
Okay. We tune because we care. Well, I wrote this song something about, maybe 30 years ago, and I played with it a little bit, and then I put it away because it was way beyond my ability to play it. But over the years, I played with it some and got a little bit better at it. What really decided, or helped me decide to start doing it again, was over the years, it turns out that my wife and I became the characters illustrated in the song, I'm happy to say. And so here it is, a song I call We Still Like the Words to Our Song. They were playing our song when they asked if we dance. It's been 25 years since we first said I do. We prayed for our future in time with the music, for raising a family in a house with a view. Now we are dancing a little bit slower. The love we have shared has grown strong. They're playing our music a little bit lower, but we still like the words to our song. Nobody promised it would be easy. There was many a time we had reason to grieve. And you would remind me of all we have been through as you stood by my side with your hand on my sleeve. Now we are dancing a little bit slower. The love we have shared has grown strong. They're playing our music a little bit lower, but we still like the words to our song. So you tell me I don't look older. Well, I've seen the gray in my hair. And even though winters are feeling much colder, we have the warmest of feelings to share. I'll dim the light, you go put on some music. Draw back the curtain for the moon to shine through. Waltzing in moonlight can be so romantic when the song and the dancers say, I love you. Let's dance.
Wow. Very nice.
Thank you.
Love your songwriting and your presentations, dude. You got a gift.
Buddy. Good job, Stuart.
Always a
Thank
pleasure
you.
here, Stu.
Thank you much. I got my wife sitting over here, so I had to do that song right.
No, you didn't, but you were a smart man. All right, Stu, nice to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
Next up, we've got Thom Joyce all the way from Beacon, New York.
Hey, everybody. So this first song I'm doing is called Running Shoes. And this body doesn't look it, but at one time, I did a half marathon. Now, my wife and I, we kind of walked and jogged it. A walk. Oh, this lady down at the track.
They really do bring that
down. She was fast. I couldn't last. I looked around, all around. I looked around. She was gone. Bought that lady some running shoes. Nikes were the ones she chose. On the box said, just do it. She did it. And now she's gone. Long gone. I looked around. She was gone. In place, who's on show? Where did that lady go? I guess I'll never know. My legs are way shorts, purple ones, I'll report. Legs were long, about as long as a song. I looked around, all around. I looked around, she was gone. In place, who's on show? Where did that lady go? I guess I'll never know. Way running shoes.
All right.
So my next one is my most requested song of mine. I wrote it while I was reading Peter Pan to my granddaughter when she was about 3 or 4. It was a little over her head. Yeah, little tune. It's always that G string that's out. What she said. This is called Peter Pan's Lament. Are you guys seeing me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Love forever, I'll keep you warm. And the lost boys are enamored with your charm. The lost boys, pixie dust and flying tricks. never to grow old. Wendy, I can no longer lie. Without your love, no good thoughts have I. I sit in my hollow tree and I cry. Wendy, I can no longer grow. Without your love, there's nothing new here I want to know. And there's no place in Neverland I want to go. Houseboats, Dixie dust, and flying trips. Wayward shadows of the Indians, pirate ships. Houseboats, Dixie dust, and flying trips. Wayward shadows and Indians, pirate ships. Never to go home. Wendy, I don't wanna grow up. Old age is such a sorrowful, bitter cup. And from that feast, I don't wanna suck. Lost boys, pixie dust, and blind. Wayward shadows and Indians, pirate ships. Lost boys, pixie dust, and flying trips. Wayward shadows and Indians, pirate ships. Never to grow old. Wendy, I need you to know my tears are not there just for show. If you stay, our love will grow. Damn it, missed that last chord.
Nicely done. Nicely
Yeah, that
done.
was
Hey, Andy, thank you so much for all that you do to putting this on. This is fantastic.
Well, I'm so glad you're here, and thank you for all that you do. For those of you that may be new to the open mic, Thom does a great one up at the Holland Center, has been for decades.
Yeah, 22 years.
Can't wait to get us all back
again.
live. Holy cow. All righty. Well, Thom, thank you.
Thank you, pal.
Next up, we have Bill Buttner. And you are live, my friend.
All right, now I'll unmute.
Yep, we can hear you.
Good to see everybody. Thank you again, Andy, for having everyone. Putting this
Glad you're here.
Jesus, tell me why my dad and uncle are still alive, but I'm the one that you call before you now. Two men who weren't worth one mouth of spit or a spoon of earth, just all the patience heaven will allow. And Jesus, tell me true, live a better life, well I promise to. I'm gonna get to church, wash my potty mouth. 'cause I'm far from being old. There's a policy, or I've been told, you only take the ones wore their welcome out. So won't you tell me now, 'cause I can call you out, 'cause I can't read the writing on the wall. And oh, damn, it's just too freaking early. Won't you lay me back down in my sleep? Can I borrow me some time? You done took me in my prime. It's just too friggin' early. Well, you know I'd like to stay. Hell, it's always nice to get away. Maybe chew some fat and play catch up with my kin. But there's lots more I can do. Maybe take a wife and add a kid or two. Learn the words to blowing in the wind. So won't you tell me now, 'cause I call you out, 'cause I can't read the writing on the wall. Yes, you've cured the blind and turned the water wine. So can't you tell St. Peter or St. Paul that, oh, damn, it's just too friggin' early. Won't you lay me back down in my sleep? Can I borrow me some time? You've done took me in my prime. It's just too friggin' early. And oh, damn, it's just too friggin' early. Won't you lay me back down in my sleep? Can I borrow me some time? The apostles, they don't mind. It's just too friggin' early. It's just too friggin' soon.
Wow. Great song.
We speak differently.
Thank you. This is an old comfortable one. I just love playing this song. I like to live my feet on the ground. You got your head in the clouds. I'll take my Friday with a shot and a beer, and you say my friends are too loud. September and memories will rattle your faith. You'll spend your life running when you're running away. I know it's already been a couple of years, and you got your reason to doubt. 'Cause he took your trust more than half of your friends. You got the kid in the house, and a promise was broken and the price it was paid. You wanna feel something, but you're still too afraid. You say true love is fantasy, like children's books and make-believe, like magic rugs and horsemen in the night. We'll slay those dragons if we dare. Just throw me down your braided hair. We'll run into the darkness of the night. And I could be the fiction in your life. Well, I work every Sunday and I'll never be rich. Live in the town I was born. Maybe I'll finally buy a new set of wheels. That all depends on the corn. I'm a hopeless romantic in comfortable sweats. My edges are rough and I'm a bit of a mess. You say true love, it's fantasy, like children's books and make-believe, like magic rugs and horsemen in the night. We'll slay those dragons if we dare, just throw me down your braided hair. We'll run into the darkness of the night. And I could be the fiction in your life. Let me be the fiction in your life.
Bill Buttner.
Thank
Love
you,
your
man.
songwriting, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Hey to everybody. Hey.
Glad to have you here. All right, and we are going to switch down county to Joe Dominici. Welcome.
Thanks, everybody. Again, my name is Joe Dominici. I'm from Bronxville, born and raised here in Westchester. First song I'm going to sing for you is called Before They Carve My Name in Stone. It's kind of a song about hope and discovery and, knowing that it's never too late to start over and start over and over and then start over again. And it's about like enjoying the journey. Hope you like it. I was born with dirt under my nails, traded in my sweat to fill my cup. It's easy staying humble with just 2 nickels to rub, but I never compromised integrity. When I left New York City, the streets were fast asleep. The highway was the only home for me. I met some different people, they don't speak as quick as me, but they took me in and made me family. I spent my whole life searching for a purpose that's unknown. I pray to God I find it before they carve my name in stone. Slamming doors and bridges burn have left me on my own. I got so much living to do before they carve my name in stone. Every lap around the sun, another lesson learned. My candle has life left to burn. The road forgives all my sins from my sandbox days. Is it too late to start over again? Never been to church, but I pray every day. Show some mercy on this heart of mine. I've seen a million skies, I use them as my guide, and thank the Lord for his grand design. I spend my whole life searching for a purpose that's unknown. I pray to God I find it before they carve my name in stone. Slamming doors and bridges burn have left me on my own. I got so much living to do before they carve my name in stone. Slamming doors and bridges burn have left me on my own. I got so much living to do before they carve my name in stone. Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, nice, Joe. Nice to meet you too.
Goodbye. Thank you. Yeah, the next one's called Downtown West Motel, which don't go Googling it because it's not a real place. It's kind of a song about growing up, especially, where I grew up. There's always like these places that a lot of generations hang out at. On Central Avenue on Thursday nights, there's car races and whatnot. And, people congregate and, sometimes the devils and the demons come out in even the best of people. And sometimes the good people try some bad things for the first time. So that's what this song is about. It's Downtown West Motel. It's a Thursday night in any town. Some stay home, some get loud. Most of us from all around fell on this place. The same faces, the same lies. For blue-eyed girls and wicked guys lining up to pay the price to find their own grace. Parking lots alive tonight at the Downtown West Motel. What goes on under the moonlight we won't tell. The grown-up boys work them hard like bloody John, great white yard, operating after dark, surrounding their kill. Temptations on every door, just one taste to beg for more. Never see what's in store till after your first thrill. Parking lots alive tonight at the Downtown West Motel. Streetwalkers counting down for the hour bell. Car engines roar for miles under the broken billboards. Neon hasn't buzzed in years from the cut-up cold. If this old lot could talk, it'd say, take your sins off our display. Got more debt than we could pay, go find a new home. These days now are memories. We made friends and enemies, pregnancies and felonies, wild oak song. Parking lots alive tonight at the Downtown West Motel. Streetwalkers counting down for the hour bell. Car engine roars for miles under the broken billboards. Neon hasn't buzzed in years from the cut-up chords. Parking lots alive tonight at the Downtown West Motel. What goes on under the moonlight we won't tell. We won't tell. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Andy, you're the best. Thank you.
Oh, man. Nice to have you here, Joe.
Yeah, very good. Very
Good
good.
stuff. Come back
Very
again.
good stuff. That's excellent.
Have me. I'll come back as often as you want.
All righty. And next up, we are going to have Mike Burns.
Hey.
There he is. Hang on just a second.
All right, bud.
You are live.
Okay. Here's a little thing I wrote a while back called "What's a Man to Do." I copyrighted it back in 1998, but it's still relevant today in this time of age that we're going through, and hope you all like it. I'm a man with a dream, a wife and a kid. Always around to play with kids on the block after school gets out. I work 2 jobs to pay for the house, feed the kids, put clothes on their backs. Last couple years, things have got a little rough. Lost my job, my wife got sick. Can't afford the health benefits. What's a man to do? See his family through. Scraping up to keep us together. Every day just don't get better. What's a man to do? See his family through. You see, I worked all my life, I paid all my taxes. Man downtown, those big fancy taxis are taking trips. All the money from my job. What's a man to do? See his family through. Have to wear fight his whole life through. Went downtown to some government office. Sat 4 hours without much notice. Sign on the wall said we're closing for the day. Walked away without much hope of. Sad to say there's not much a chance of finding help needed in the worst way. Now you know it don't seem right. Man's fight for his God-given right. Stuck inside these walls, no help inside. Some of those have died for the right. Some of us have fled for our lives. Who's to say who's right or wrong? You see, I sometimes think that it might be better if I packed my bag and up and left them. At least I know they might get some help. What's a man do? See his family through. Have the way fight his whole life through. I'm a man with a dream, a wife and a kid. Always around to play with kids on the block after school gets out.
Really nice.
Thanks.
Really nice.
Thanks.
I like that. Sounds a lot like Steve Earle. It's good.
We're still going through this stuff, you know. I just
there we are.
That song's 20 years old, and here
Still
we are.
True today.
Anyway, I sure appreciate you doing this, and it's a pleasure to get to everybody. And also, what's interesting for me is to hear all the different forms that everybody writes songs.
Isn't that fascinating?
Their take on how they put the words and the music together. I think that's great. I was sitting back here. I had myself off the screen, but I was just playing licks to the songs and seeing all the different positions and different grooves that where they were putting the chord changes. You know, so I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, I enjoyed that. Anyway, I'll do you one more, and
all right.
Thanks. thanks everybody for taking part in this. And I know you do a lot of hard work on this. Anyone, here's a song. It's on my Walk the Water's Edge album that was put out probably about 20 years ago. Lord knows I need to go back and do another recording, but it's a little thing called Back in Our Hometown. How many roads will it take till you know the right or wrong? Short of a fall, too many times we travel without much sight, deep and fried, caught up in the night. When the road has narrowed, exits to be found, no lines to cross without paying for the cost. There's a path to follow, one that can lead us home. Time to settle down, back in our hometown. Roads not taken, questions never asked, reasons to believe in, no matter what the time. Every highway's got its turnaround. Every byway's got its higher ground. Oh, my darling, tell me, where will you be? Can you be found on that side of town? Has the road I've taken led me far away, caused me to stray, caught up in some old fray. Four-leaf clover, hard to find, come across them from time to time. Every highway's got its turnaround. Every byway's got its higher ground. When the road has narrowed, exits to be found, no lines to cross without paying for the cost. There's a path to follow, one that can lead us home. Time to settle down, back in our hometown. Time to settle down, back in our hometown.
Ah, nice.
Yes, very nice. Nice playing.
Man, yeah, you've got a great touch. That's an awesome sounding guitar, and
Can I do a plug for this guitar?
you sure
It's
can.
a Kim Walker. He's a luthier that lives up in North Stonington, Connecticut. And this is a Sitka top with a mahogany back and sides, ribbon mahogany with an ebony fingerboard. And it's braced real light. It weighs like a toothpick. It's like balsa wood, but you got to be careful with it because of the humidity and stuff affects the height of the strings off the neck. But Kim Walker, check him out. His a little pricey, but great guitars.
I tell you that is one of the sweetest sounding guitars, man. It sounds like Brazilian. It's so tight and
Yeah,
You know, it's not.
I'm a fan of, I guess they're called blue chip picks. I
Yeah.
I use those, and it's about a millimeter thick. Some people use 2 millimeters. I was talking with Brian Sutton the other day, and he's using 2 millimeter, and that is like a freaking chunk of coal. And it's a tri pick, and it has three different corners on it, so you can depending on which one
Oh
you
yeah.
use it, you can mute it and dead it and or make it real thin.
Right. Right.
I've been fiddling with it. Try to do my best.
Well, it's working.
Yeah, well,
It's working.
good. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All
Thanks so
righty.
much.
Nice to have
Let
you
me
here,
know.
Michael.
Again.
Take care. All right. And next up, and closing us out, we have Laura Copel.
Hello, thank you for having me, Andy. It's so nice to be back.
Oh, nice to have you here.
So I'm going to do a couple of songs in honor of the holiday, in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King. I've written these songs. They are my own text and music, except for the Hebrew is about to appear in this one. I compose a lot of songs for Jewish communities, and this one is mostly English, but the Hebrew is translated actually in the chorus. It means, "Open for us the gates of righteousness, we will enter them. This is the path to the eternal, the righteous will enter." And it was inspired by the last year. This first one. Gates of justice open for all who seek the truth. Gates of justice open for all, we will walk through. Gates of justice open for all who seek the truth. Gates of justice open for all, we will walk through. Fires raging out of control, smoke obscures the skies. Mighty winds howl, floods take a toll, oceans they rise. Gates of justice open for all who seek the truth. Gates of justice open for all, we will walk through. Cries for freedom fill the streets, fury fills our eyes. A mighty nation falls to its knees, we're tired of lies. Too many times we've fought the truth, too many lives we've lost. Now's the time to accept the truth, no matter the cost. No matter the cost. Lift your voices, lift your voices, lift each voice as one. Lift your voices, the time for change has come. Pit hulanu sharet tzedek navovam. Pit hulanu sharet tzedek nodeya. Zeh hashar ladonai, zeh hashar ladonai. Tzadikim yavovo, yavovo, yavovo. Gates of justice open for all who speak the truth. Gates of justice open for all, we will walk through.
Very nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Very nice.
That's a interesting song. So I hope the Hebrew was something that it basically was just basic. It came from the Book of Psalms, and that's where that's coming from. Both of these are on an album I just made. The title song is coming next. It's called "If We Had Wings," and it's my first album. I know some of you are veterans and have been doing this for years, Michael.
Congratulations.
But this is new to me, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, you just missed him. And he was great. He was absolutely,
this
he
song
was probably
is
the best
called
performer tonight.
If We Had Wings. And this was conceived in the earlier part of our pandemic, and you'll hear why as you listen to the words. But I think it applies to any time somebody is in a tough spot and doesn't want to be there anymore. How high is the sun? How high is the moon? If we had wings, I'd wanna go there with you. How long would it take to go far, far away? If we had wings, we could fly there today. Take us away, far, far away, away, away. If we had wings, we could fly there today. Someday we'll return. What will we have learned? We've been through the flame. We can't be the same. How long will it take? How long will it be before we feel safe? Before we feel free? Take us away, far, far away. If we had wings, if we had wings, if we had wings, how long will it take? How long will it be before we feel safe? Before we feel free? How high is the sun? How high is the moon? If we had wings, I would fly there with you.
Very nice, very nice. Laura Copel, congratulations on your new release.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is such a great place to sing a couple of songs from it. And thank you for having us all. It's a great evening.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody being here.
So I am going to
put everybody in the gallery view. Somebody's got a really loud TV going.
There it goes.
There we go. All right. So I just wanted to thank everybody. I appreciate you all hanging around. That is so nice. Yeah, sometimes I do, but maybe not tonight. We've had a full plate with a lot of good musicians, and thanks to each of you. I'm just going to go around, and if you'd give a wave when I call out your name, I'm going to do this in the order that you played. So that was Buddy Coughlin. Give a wave, buddy. Give a wave, buddy. And Tom Heany. Paul Bunyan is waving down there in the corner. And David Ray. From Dublin. And then Peter Nelson. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. And Robin Westle. And Stu Kabak. Arr. Arr. And Thom Joyce. And Bill Buttner. And Joe Dominici.
It's catching.
Addictive.
It is. Thank you, Joe. Nice to have you here, man. And Michael Burns.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate hearing y'all.
And Laura Copel.
Had to.
It is. It caught on. All right, everybody. Have a great night.
You.
Thank you all.
Again.
Thank you so much, Andy. This was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you down the
Thank
road.
you indeed. Thank you indeed.
Bye-bye.